Oops, almost forgot Blue Sky. 1 second. Is it just like a normal thing to have like so many different graphic design people just like at you on Twitter and stuff, or reply on Twitter being like, oh hey, cool, oh hey, I see your stuff, I have recommendations for you. I'm like, could you just not? Like, I get it, I get the hustle, I get the need, but stop. No, just put the sales pitch down and relax, okay? We're good. We don't need it. Anywho, we're up and running. Hi, internet. How we doing? We're doing the Pokemans before we do the Destiny, and apparently there's new cards because there's a new set, and I wanted to look through the cards real quick for the decks I have. God, I really want this ability, but also, like, that requires, like, a fossil and stuff, and I have not... Do I do the fossil stuff? Granted, I have to muck with my deck a lot to make that happen. So I'm probably not doing that. I will say, this Lapras power is nuts. It is nuts so to be like, look at the top 20 cards in your deck. Attach any number of energy to this card. Or just to your Pokemon in general. And then shuffle the rest back in your deck. And also, mind you, this power up here is 40 damage per energy attached to this Pokemon. So you could dump all your energy onto this Pokemon and it has like stupid amounts of damage. That is nuts. But also it requires a water, a psychic, and a steel energy. So you have to do a tricolor deck to some extent to make this, to do this consistently. Hot damn. What's this one? Okay, I don't think... Alright, it was, what, cover fossil? Cover fossil. What this? Resting. What? You have a Terra Pokemon. You can do 8 on your bench? Why? If it has any Terra type play, that player discards Pokemon from their bench until they have 5. This card leaves play. Both players discard Pokemon from their bench until they have 5. The player who played this card discards... okay. That is incredibly strange. We see just the new stuff. Different types. Okay, so that can make the Lapras more consistent. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I need a minute to reread this one real quick. So if you attack a Pokemon with this, even if you knock them out, you can dump 120 damage in return? Fuck. Wait. So you can turbo out of stage 2 with this guy. What? What? Okay. Two cards from your hands in the bottom of your deck in any order. If you put 2 cards in the bottom of your deck, this way, draw 4. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is good for countering fire types. Counter psychics. I have a Terra in this deck? No. No, never mind. Okay. 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 How are we doing for the dark types in this current set? Only 7. Open. If it has more energy than the other Pokemon, it does 106, 170 basically. Okay. Okay, so nothing of interest there. What about fire? New Charcadet. That's... eh. Interesting. That's really good. What do I swap it out for? Honestly, I... Um... Alright. I think we'll try out the new version of the punch deck, and we'll see how things go. Oh, and since some folks on Proton John's Discord putting together a community archipelago async, I was like, I'll participate if you're okay with like manual archipelagos, and they're like, ah, yeah, sure, and I'm like, all right, I'll do my Ace Attorney one. So maybe I'm doing my Ace Attorney archipelago for an async, and I don't know if anyone really questioned it of just like, wait a minute. Oh, this deck. Okay. Alright. We will take it slow. I see they also have an Ultra Ball. All the Roaring Moon cards. I see this deck has not fallen out of favor. I had no Pokemon I could put in my hand. But I can't do a Hadouken. I can't start throwing Hadoukens left, right, and center. Good thing is I can kill it next turn. I don't think you can get a third energy on it unless... Can you do it with Dark Patch? Two more energy in the hand. Ultra Ball. There's the Boot Bonnet that is a common with this deck. Hadouken. Hadouken. We are cruising to a victory on this duel. I will take it. Choose 3 prize cards. I don't have 3 prize cards to choose from. He's only got like 1 left. Hey, Double Spidey, how's it going? Apparently I missed an SMP blog at some point. Oh, it's for their storage collection, which is a little smaller SMP robot stuff. Neat. I was checking the Ultraman one since it just got posted. See if there was anything of note. It's just Converge stuff. Well, that's not good. I have no basics. Piss. And okay, I was about to say, can I get my mulligan? I like get a Lucario. That's not great, but I get 2 bills transfers off the bat, which is helpful. And like Acuity off the bat, that's just also helpful. Oh, I was posting around for some other people. RGG, the folks who do the Yakuza games, they announced the new, I guess, like, smaller spin-off game this morning at their little summit. It's so weird and dumb, but it fits perfectly. So it's a Majima focused spin-off. Majima's the other protagonist of the Yakuza series. I'd more like to call him the public nuisance that you deal with as Kiryu, because that's just what he is. He's a public nuisance. He's not a bad person. He's not a bad guy, but he is a nuisance. Sometimes, the rest of the time he helps you. It's him in Hawaii after he has crashed there and has lost his memory, and then he goes on and becomes a pirate and captains a ship and collects a crew and is off to go find some fancy treasure on some mystery island. Because fuck it, why not? I'm like, you know what? RGG knows what the fuck they're doing. Also, this game looks good because it's not an RPG like the last 2 Yakuza games. It is more of an action, action adventure game as they call it, like the previous Yakuza games. So if you want another Yakuza game like that, except it's Majima in the lead, it's here. Oh my god, it gives me a Lucario. Oh, thank god. Technically, I have 2 Lucarios now. But yeah, it looks really good. And it's just like, oh yeah, Majima went and became a pirate apparently it's between the events of the Gaiden they just put out recently before Infinite Wealth and Infinite Wealth. So it's more or less, what was Majima doing meanwhile Kiryu was in Ichiban were busy with other stuff. He was off being a pirate in and around Hawaii for some reason. It's so good. They also showed a new trailer for the Amazon Prime Yakuza series that they're doing. That's live action. That I refuse to watch it dubbed because a Kamen Rider actor is playing Kiryu, and I must hear him in the role. They're doing a live-action series on Amazon Prime. It's been in the works for months. But this is separate from the... hang on, let me get the title again. Because the title of this game is a bit of a mouthful. The title of the game featuring Majima is called Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. A mouthful, I know. But they have that, and then they have a live-action Amazon Prime series coming, I think, October? The game comes out in February. Oh my god, I have not gotten a single bit of energy. I know, I am a Kingdom Hearts fan. I am acutely aware of how much more of a mouthful this title can be. And how much more confusing it can be as well. But yeah, Tamari Shinosuke's actor from Kamen Rider Drive is the one playing Kiryu. And I found it funny that like someone in the reaction stream I was in, because I was in a Rob's stream watching it via his reaction. Someone was like, I just don't see this guy as like slamming people with motorcycles and stuff. And I'm like, No, no, this actor can handle this role as Kiryu. He's a Kamen Rider actor. He can balance, you know, being like all the things Kiryu needs to do in for a Yakuza series. Also, deck energy, please. I'm dying, literally. Like, he can do the funny bits. He can do the straight man bits. He can do the action bits. He can do everything Kiryu needs to do because Kiryu's basically a Kamen Rider. Just with that belt. So yeah, no, he can pull it off. Like, the only difference is he's not as, like, built like a brick shit house like Kiryu is in the games. But I don't think you're gonna get somebody like that from Japan, I think. Because Kiryu is a very wide man in terms of his shoulders and the like. He is wide and built. You're not gonna get that in real life. But all the credits to Tamari's actor. He put on some muscles for this role, and I appreciate it. Man took the role very seriously, and oh my god, I cannot get energy at all from my deck. Oh god, we're gonna just die from lack of energy. But yeah, I'll be watching that when it comes out in October. I believe it's basically meant to be kind of I wouldn't say it's an adaptation of Yakuza 0, but it's gonna pull elements from Yakuza 0, I feel like maybe 0 and 1 to some extent. Yakuza is a little weird in terms of where do you start in terms of the story of it, because you technically have two different points, since you have Yakuza 1, which was how the games were originally released. It started with Yakuza 1, which is technically now Yakuza Kiwami. And the Kiwami moniker is just, we remade the game to not feel like shit, because these are PS2 games from back in the day. They feel better now. But you can start there, but they later did Yakuza 0, which is meant to be kind of a prequel to the entire Yakuza series. You still follow, it's more or less an origin story for Kiryu and Majima as you would see them in Yakuza 1. Well, I can at least do this and fuck with him. This is something, at least. But 0 is kind of like the origin for the both of them, and so like the people they would become in like Yakuza 1. So if you want to see that origin, you can pick up Yakuza 0. Honestly, I think most people would probably recommend you Yakuza 0 anyway. Because it is that good of a game. I'm just gonna hope I get an energy next turn. Because otherwise, like I said, I'm screwed. That is probably one of the original, like, 3 games. They have been updated. There are better versions of those at this point. Because like I said, the Kiwami moniker you've probably seen on like Yakuza's 1, 2, and 3, I believe, means that those are updated, basically remakes of those PS2 games. On, I believe they call it Dragon Engine? Yeah, I believe they're all on Dragon Engine, which is RGG's internal homemade engine that basically all their games run on. For fuck's sakes, game. Energy. Please. I am dying. This deck is not imbalanced this badly. I swear. But yeah, I would honestly give at least 0 a try. Especially because the Yakuza games always go on, like, deep discounts on Steam. Like, deep-ass deep discounts. In fact, how's, what is the Yakuza series, like, on priced at right now? I don't know how deep of a sale they're doing at the moment. Or if is there a sale at the moment? You see them a lot of... Oh no, there's a Sega publisher sale at the moment on Steam. Oh, thank God. Another energy. Jesus. I have been slowly dying. And have been in desperate need of energy. Okay, we are back in the game. But yeah, let me see. Yakuza 0 is... Nope. I has to say that is my date. Hello, big fan of buses. How you doing? Yeah, Yakuza 0, it is normally 20 bucks. Because of a Sega sale of like Sega stuff, it's like 11 bucks right now. You're gonna get more than $11 worth of value out of that. Thank you, big fan of buses, for the follow. You're gonna get more than $11 worth of value out of that game. Actually, I just saw, what was the... I just saw the bundle. The complete series bundle, which gets you like 0 through 6, at least, which is like basically all of Kiryu's games. Wow, you can get that for 43 bucks. And that's like Yakuza 0, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, which are the remakes of Yakuza 1 and 2, 3 remastered, 4 and 5 remastered, and then 6, which is Kiryu's last game as lead before you get to Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth, which are those are the Ichiban-led games that are the RPGs. But yeah, like I said, like 45 bucks and you get like 6 really good games, which is nuts. What else? Let's see, Judgment. Judgment's about 42 for in total for 1 and 2. Lost Judgments 1 and 2, and I guess plus their DLCs. The recent Guidance, like 30. The like Samurai era Yakuza game, Like a Dragon Ishin, is 70% off for 20, and you get 20 bucks. Damn, or 18 bucks actually. Damn, nice. So yeah, if you want to get in the Yakuza, now is a good time if you have the money for it, because they're cheap. And they are always cheap. Oh, thank God, I'm another energy. More energy, please. Thank you. Okay, just stack the top of your deck as you desire. Alrighty then. Also, apparently this like pirate Yakuza game has been leaked for like months now, and just no one believed it. Which, fair. If someone just came forward and been like, oh yeah, by the way, RGG's next game is going to be a game where Majima lost his memory and he becomes a pirate in Hawaii. Most people would be like, you are lying. You're full of shit. That's impossible. It's April Fool's all over again. Because for reference, the okay, Nightbot. I don't know why that's a term. I don't know why that's a term you have marked to delete, but that is not a term you need to delete. I say that because originally the RPG like a Dragon games, that was an April Fool's joke by RGG. Legit, that they presented that as a April Fool's joke 1 year. They did not say it was going to be the next game. They're just like, hey, here's a fun little RPG thing we made in the office. Isn't this cute as just an April Fool's thing? And then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, that's like the next mainline games. This is where we're going forward with the series. Oops. We might have lied to y'all. It's okay. Oh, I think I'm put it back in my hand. What does it do? But I also believe it was on 4chan too. Someone was just like, ah, yeah, here it is, like months ago. And apparently it leaked sometime in the last couple weeks as well. Someone was just like, oh yeah, here's the next RGG game out there, Summit. And again, it just didn't get traction because I guess it sounded too nuts. Even from like probably a legitimate person too. It was just like this. No, that's crazy. That's too crazy. I also love oh god, I have to pull this tweet back up because ladies and gentlemen, you want to see the power of reusing assets and knowing the scope you need to have of your games. Here, I will pull it up after I finish this turn. Also win the game, because that's a win. Nice. Code? Okay. Thanks. Thanks, I guess. I don't even know what that code does. Oh, Terrapago's card back. That's nice. Oh, that's a pretty Galvantula card. I was trying to think words. Oh, wow, I just got a whole bunch of dust. A whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Let me get this. Hold up. So, as this tweet points out, in 4 years, RGG has put out Use Like Dragon, Lost Judgment, a remake of Ishin, Man Who Erased His Name, which is a Yakuza Gaiden game, or Yakuza spin-off game, and Infinite Wealth. In 4 years, they have released 5 full-ass video games. Whereas some studios take that same exact 4 years to make 1 game. And thankfully, as Dorky puts it as I follow him, the power of reusing assets. And I would also say, the power of making sure your scope isn't a mile goddamn long. Like, having some restraint and going, okay. Not everything needs to be like this stupid big open world with 1,001 systems, or it needs to be this big giant live service game and this, that, and the other. Like, going, hey, here is an RPG. It is in 1 fucking city. Everything we need to do is here. By systems, I mean internal mechanics and all of that. Like, right. Right. That is a good use of time. Is just being like, hey, how can we remix these assets? Granted, just copy and pasting them or just having them empty doesn't help at all. Remixing them works. Because, like, if you look at a Yakuza game, especially in terms of a map, try to find a picture. It's an interactive map, but that will help illustrate the point as well. So yeah, here is the map of Hawaii that you explore in Infinite Wealth. This is it. You walk this. This is it. It is like a few square blocks. But yet, here's all your shops for like clothing and food and all sorts of other stuff. Here's where your weapons are. Here's where your photo rallies are. Here's like all these little toggles. I'm just turning on and off because if I turn all these on, this map is just going to look like a mess. As you can kind of see, it's densely packed with just stuff. With things and stuff. Every square inch of this relatively small map. You could probably fit 50s of these in like probably one of Outlaw's like open world maps. Or one of like Red Dead's maps. Or even a Breath of the Wild map. You can fit like 50 of these fucking things. But they're so densely packed with stuff, with side quests and main quests and like little other side activities and stuff. There's full ass fucking mini games in your Yakuza games. There's a full like go-karting, like basically Mario Kart. There's a full like league of Mario Kart and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Full ass Mario Kart mini game just in the back of Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's just sitting there for you to do or just not do. There's a fully robust, like, oh, why do I always forget the name of this? Mahjong minigames. And, like, most of the Yakuza games. They're so densely packed with things you can do in this. And, like, once you're outside of the main quest, it's all optional. All the side stories are optional. But it's like the power of just going, okay, we build a one location and we just shove as much stuff into it. But we keep it in scope. We keep it in budget. We reuse everything we've got our hands on. And I think even if you look at the map of like Kamurocho from like the regular Yakuza games, it's like 3 blocks, 4 blocks wide. Like it is not very big. You basically you can walk around and see just about everything in that city. But the power of just of limiting yourself and just densely packing is just like, oh, there's so much to do. There's so much value here. There's so many things and fun things I can do. And the writing is really good. And the characters are really good. And it's just like, it's kind of that understanding of that I wish some devs would just take to heart of just players do not need to have the realistic physics of a horse's balls freezing in cold air. They don't want that and they don't need that. You know what they want? To play video game. To do cool, fun things in your video game. Just do that. Focus on that, please. Make cool, fun video games. Stop making it complicated. Also, I didn't need to pull Grant there because I'm not going to be able to do anything with Gant's power up there. Darn. That is something RGD has figured out and has made really work for their stuff. It's just going, all right, what cool, fun things can we have our players do in this video game? They're now the captain of a pirate ship in Hawaii. And now they can go around and do pirate stuff. Cool. You know why they probably know that? Because that's what people have been begging Ubisoft to do for like a decade since, I think like a decade now, since Black Flag came out. Of just like, oh, shit. Ubisoft gave people the perfect pirate game. And everyone's like, hey, can we have that but just not attached to Assassin's Creed? So it could just be a cool, fun pirate game? And then they did Skull and Bones, and that's not what everyone wanted. And that's why that game failed. It's understanding what people want, and people just want cool, fun video games. It's why Nintendo is currently, like, winning, because that's all they do. They don't make it any more complicated than that fucking ever. Yes, that too. Skull and Bones was in dev hell for a long time too, but when it finally got out the door, it was like, oh, this is not what we wanted. This is not what anyone wanted when they said they wanted a pirate game from Ubisoft. Because it's in no way, shape, or form anything like Black Flag. Which loses the entire point of why you started this. Ow. That's bad. That's a not good. Because I'm sure Skull and Bone started as a, oh right, people want a pirate game from us. Okay, let's work on that. Let's figure out how to do that. And then decided to not just go, you know, we have all this built in Black Flag. Why did we not use that? Yeah, I'm sure they went like, oh, we want an MMO. We want a live service game. And I'm like, guys, you could probably do that. But you forgot the entire thing of, you have an entire pirate game and its systems and all that stuff in Black Flag built, done. Why did you use none of it? Why did you not reuse that? No one's going to complain. Because Skull and Bones doesn't use any of Black Flag stuff. So why? What's wrong with you? I'm sure stocks and investors and boards, and I say they're all infected with earworms and need to stop it. And they're all wrong. Stop listening to them. Guess what? They're all very stupid. Stop listening to them. You're the ones that make video games. Make video games. Oh god, don't even... God, the information that is coming out of Concord today just makes me go, wow. Oh, wow. You really fucked up there, didn't you? For reference, in case anyone didn't know about that. We now know the budget for Concord and the details of said budget. Would anyone care to guess what that budget is? $400 million. $400 million. And just to give a timetable on this, it was at $200 million by the time Sony bought the studio and picked up the game. And Sony spent an additional $200 million to get that game running, to get it out the door. They doubled the budget of the game just to get it out the goddamn door. Because they were so invested in the idea of, this is the future of PlayStation. This is the future of our game lineup. And the one, I think the current CEO, Star Wars Potential. Yes, thank you, Delph Spidey. Star Wars Potential. Star Wars Potential. They mean this will be a big major franchise, essentially. It's the next Star Wars. That's what they mean by Star Wars Potential. They thought this was the next Star Wars. And they doubled the budget to get it out the goddamn door. And the CEO, bear in mind, the current CEO of Sony, not Jim Ryan, who's out the fucking door because of all the... because of all his shenanigans. No, No, the current CEO of PlayStation. Let me get his name real quick. It's in a tweet I saw in a Discord here somewhere. I will find it eventually. Maybe. I am stalling as I scroll. Herman Hulst. It was his baby. He had to make this succeed. They had to make it succeed. It had to work. It had to be good. It was, they believed so hard in it being good, they refused to hear anything bad about it. Guys. You spent more money on this than each of the Spider-Man games individually. I'm pretty sure you could have had Insomniac make 6 goddamn Ratchet and Clank games for the price of fucking Concord. Fuck, you probably could have had Naughty Dog crank out a Jak and Dexter game for 1/10 of this price tag. 1/10 of this budget. And you probably would have made money. Instead, you doubled. Bear in mind, again, they doubled the budget of this game after they bought the damn thing. Bought the studio and bought into this game. They doubled its budget to get it out the goddamn door and to hopefully make this thing work. And now it's the biggest flop ever in fucking gaming. You do not get much of a bigger flop in this game. And yeah, Anthem, that died a slow, fucking painful death under BioWare and EA. Nowhere close to this. Just, I don't understand. Oh, God, I don't... Guys, do you not understand why Nintendo makes money? Why Nintendo is how they do their business. This is how they do their business. This is not that. This is chat. Say hi to yourself, chat. 1 second. Here is Nintendo's sales for each of their games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, $62 million. Or 62 million units. Animal Crossing New Horizons, 45 million units. 34 millions for Ultimate. 32 for Breath of the Wild. 28 for Odyssey. Oh, this doesn't have the full list. Where's my full list? Is this? Yes. Like, look here. They have 21 games that have sold at least 10 million units. Bear in mind, not all of these are gangbusters, mind you. They're not. They have... What is it? At this point, like 5 million games that have done you know, 1 million units on the Switch. It's the amounts of games. Because guess what? This up here, this selling 62 million units and stuff, that pays for these rest of these games. That makes you pay for other games. Like, let's see. Kirby in the Forgotten Land here, it did like 7.5. Not probably the most greatest thing in the world, but you know what? You're covered. Because of this. And this. And this. And this. This. And this. Yeah, Animal Crossing is second. Mainly because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a stupid high install base in terms of Switch users. It has like a 98% like install base. Or that's not the correct term for it. It has a stupid high number of people who own both it and a Switch. Like, it's stupid ridiculous for some, because it's a digital game. Or people just, I think, probably pick it up digitally on Switch Online service or the like. But yeah, it's having so many games, spreading your bets wide so that when something gets big, it covers your smaller bets. You know, it covers something like I said, Kirby in the Forgotten Land doing only 7.5 million. It covers, like, the new Link's Awakening doing only 6.46. It covers, like, Tropical Freeze's re-release only doing 4.6. You know, it covers, like, 1-2 Switch doing only, like, 3.74. You're not betting everything on, you know, these 5. Hell, Metroid Dread, for as much as I love that game, it's all the way down here at like 3.07 million units. You know, it is deep down this list. But again, it's covered because everything else they do. It's casting a wide net, getting a good variety of games out the door, so that not everything relies on this one game that takes 5 years to fucking make. And it cost $300 million. It needs to do like the performance of the top 5 to make your money back. That's the problem with the industry. That is the problem with a lot of the major companies. Is it has to be the one game. They have to get the one game that makes all the money. And when you decide, and when that one game does not do well, oh fuck. The books are way out of balance. What the fuck do we do now? That's why betting on a live service game is a terrible idea. And oh, look at how many have failed. Yeah, you gotta raise the price of some subscriptions. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. In order to make that money back, instead of going, oh, right. But that just reaches its breaking point after a while, because, like, again, another thing to keep in mind, goodwill and, like, being favorable goes a long way. Think about, for as much shit as Nintendo gets for all of the nonsense that they do, how often do you see headlines of them really fucking up? Like Sony and Microsoft and EA and all that. Consider that for a second. Think about how often you see Nintendo fuck up real bad and it makes a headline as compared to everybody else. Nintendo learned real hard. Nintendo has learned, don't fuck up. Don't do something real bad and get people mad at you over it. Because people hold fucking grudges. Don't piss off your player base, because they will hold a fucking grudge. And while you can write it for a while, you cannot write it forever. Anywho, I need to get up and walk around for a bit. I think probably get another drink. I need another drink. Yeah. So I'll be back in a minute, folks. All right, I'm back. They've done cartridges for all of their portable stuff in the Switch, but yeah, they had the Wii, and then they struck gold with the Wii, and then the Wii U, and then that was a terrible mess that I have. But yeah, no, they still do cartridges for the Switch and stuff, but the Switch is a portable device. And portability and CDs do not mix. Yeah, and they didn't go bankrupt. Because Nintendo also just sits on cash. I'm sure they have reservoirs of cash that they just have in their back pocket. I'm just remembering the leaked emails that came out a while back from Microsoft of just being like, oh yes, we'll try to being like, oh yeah, we could probably try to buy out Nintendo. I'm like, fucking no, you ain't. You do not have there is not enough cash in the world that you could get a hold of to make that happen. You'd have to like pull hard from like Windows money to make that happen. And even then, I don't think that would that's never happened. And it's especially funny now considering Microsoft is still currently on fire from, you know, buying out Activision Blizzard and you describe them at that, and I will admit I was that person in school. just going to admit it right now. I was that kid in school. I kind of want to swap over to Destiny early and, like, I don't know, find something to do. Yeah. I'm sure if Microsoft gets really desperate for cash and really desperate, Nintendo would knock on the front door and be like, hi, by the way, would you like an influx of cash? We'll take Rare off your hands. And, like, everything Rare owns. That okay? You could still have games. Mind you, they could still publish games on Microsoft. Like, here's the thing. Microsoft will never sell Halo. They'll never sell Gears of War. They'll sell Rare. I can almost guarantee you. They will sell Rare, and they will sell all of Rare's old IPs. And Nintendo will be the first ones at the door being like, hi, we would like Banjo-Kazooie, please. Oh, $2 million? Cool. We'll take it. They would do that in a heartbeat if it came to that. Because bear in mind, Microsoft snatched Rare out from under Nintendo. Because Nintendo Rare just used to develop for Nintendo consoles back in the day. They're the ones responsible for the Killer Instincts, your Donkey Kong Countries, all that stuff. And that was all Nintendo. And then Microsoft came in and was like, we'll buy you. And Nintendo would absolutely, from a dying, burning corpse of Microsoft being like, oh, here's a lifeline of like $12 million. We'll take Rare and everything it has.
But I do not know what I am waiting for. Perhaps this is why the Nine sent me here. The Nine meant for you to have. Is it your will to return?
I don't have a treasure key. Probably. I would say they also bought it for Call of Duty. Just like, we have Call of Duty now, and it's like, well, that's about all you have. Sniper rifle, Fabulous, hand cannon. Ooh, hand cannon, Fabulous. I will take that.
Organic beings will need to adapt if you are to survive. Think on that.
Hmm.
The Immaculate Horse asked paracausal entities to
I
name their favorite
I ask why, but
places.
it can't be
Survey
that complicated.
says
The reason I would think.
guardians on tonight's Dares of Eternity.
I'm sure it's because he did something irreparably stupid, and it's like, well, that's a suable offense.
Spin the wheel to summon your first opponents.
Oh, thanks.
Competing for cash and prizes, here come the Vex.
Darn it. Ow! I got bopped in the face. Ow! Ow. Oh dear. Alright. Sniper, no sniping. Ow.
The horse demands more from you. I must oblige.
Oh, hi. Right in my face. Ow. Oh, God. Ow, 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 ow.
More excitement and prizes await you beyond the demented dares of eternity obstacle course.
Yeah, I got there. Oh, and I fell. Oh, well.
Step up and give our
Healer banner.
from
Let's be champions.
beautiful downtown Torabon. Give it up for the Cabal.
Oh, dear. Ow. I got overwhelmed there. Wait. Hello.
More foes pouring space at the behest
Yep,
of
space.
the ageless horse.
Well, more specifically,
Space! Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Welcome.
So, I watched the Drive episodes today.
I watched half of them because I might have forgot that this was Drive.
So I forgot about a use of, or Tamara using Dead Heat for 2 episodes.
Yep. Yep.
Because I forgot that. I forgot that the Q episode was not episodes, it was episode. I could have sworn that was a 2-parter.
No, I think that was actually what kind of sets the show back on the proper pathing for 2-parters,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering right. And that pretty much dispatch is what leads us into
Formula.
all the stuff for Formula. Yeah.
Yeah, because Formula's debut is technically the first episode of the next batch.
Technically,
Yeah.
it's actually the
Episode after.
second episode of the next batch. But
They do a sneaky, it totally debuts in this episode, except it really doesn't. It debuts in the next episode.
I mean, it is in that episode. Kind of.
Right at the end.
Yeah, so that means it's in that episode. Look, it's the trend that we had that I'm kind of glad that they quit doing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Devil's Buddy, you have a good night.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Did Double actually start that trend also?
What?
The whole form technically debuting in one episode, but really not. I don't think it did.
No, because Fang Joker debuted in the episode it showed. Well, okay. Technically, Fang Joker, I think, chronologically debuted in terms of release in Movie War 2010. Because technically, it's in like the a flashback part of 2010. And that might have been when it first technically debuted on screen.
But I mean an actual in-show.
Mm-hmm. In show, no. Because
I'm not counting movies because, you know, Toei still to this day does not understand continuity with movies.
Uh-huh. Let's see. A double now, O's now, Forza now, Wizard. No.
I think Wizard might have been the one that started it then.
I'm trying to think of what it would have been with then.
For some reason, I'm wanting to say Infinity, but I can't swear to that.
No, Infinity debuted in the proper fight against Legion. It did not hit early debut at all. Honestly, Drive might actually be the first one to do it. Being honest.
No, I thought they did it in Gaim too. Yeah. I know they did it in Gaim because If I'm not mistaken, Kiwami had like a here's what the form looks like debut, and then the next episode was actual use.
I don't remember that, so I'll have to take your word for it.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that one did.
Choose the door hiding your final opponent, and the horse shall reward you.
I will pick this one and be wrong.
What a shame. The odds were not in your favor tonight.
I do know it lasted for at least a few shows back to back.
Yeah, because Mugen did it, but I think Mugen's was because budget for Amazon's meant, oops, we can't debut it this week. We have to debut it next week. That I remember. Because Mugen technically debuts as a giant white silhouette of energy to beat a boss.
The infinite steed places timeless Vex before you. See you on the other side.
Not that entertainment walls. Ow, fuck. Thank you. No! Oh, that missed me somehow. That one should have caught me. There's still one left. Ow. Not again. Ow.
Maybe I'm wrong on that. I know. I didn't think Drive was the first one though.
I feel like it was, because I don't distinctly remember another time like it, but yeah.
It might be the first one that did it that hard at least.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's another one that did do, like, it was barely in the episode, but it was enough to where it was like, oh yeah, it debuted here.
Ow. Oh my god, that did not kill you. Oh, I am out of heavy ammo.
Now, conclude the fight.
There you go. finally he's down.
You are tonight's champion. Please take your winnings and thank you for playing Dares of Eternity. And this is Zer, reminding you to have your ghost spayed or neutered. Good night.
Do we really have to do the wheel the Price is Right joke about spade and neutering?
Yes.
I've never heard that before. Oh my god. So, are you ready to have to talk about Nintendo suing Pocket Pair for the next, like, 2 years? I'm guessing you've seen it.
Yeah.
Patent infringement, mind you, not copyright. Patent infringement, meaning it's not the designs they're after something else entirely.
May we speak?
God, I really need an upgrade module.
The nine hear Mercury's cries of pain. Have you angered the nine? Have I?
Let's return to orbit so we can pick you up.
I mean, you can join in on me,
Oh, true.
because I'm on the planet where we need to be.
Other way. Eh. Wee. Oh, I've joined. It won't be until the end of the month. A async within Proton John's Discord server.
Boy.
I am running the Ace Attorney one. Oh, you're up there. Okay. For some reason, when I first saw your icon, it felt like you were further out, so I looked at my map.
Made you load.
Alright. apparently we are actually on the wrong planet to continue.
Wait, really?
Yeah, apparently we have to go to the Cosmodrome.
No. No.
No?
No. I don't think that's part of this one.
That's what the Beyond Light campaign track says.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess. Right. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Well, then. To orbit. I thought it grabbed the wrong one.
Nope. I double checked. But I guess I will take the stream down, kick it back on, and we'll be right back with continuing Destiny 2 story here in a second, folks.